Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Not a lot of undefeated clubs left after 3 weeks, and we're going to have one fewer in a little bit. We're off in a battle of 3-0 teams. Now, no real answers for that one. I can't imagine. You would do that intentionally for any reason, can you? Yeah, no, but some excellent field position awarded for that kick out of bounds. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. Lobbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, McCarthy has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. They strike for 23 yards. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
At the 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. A good business decision there as he covers up at the end of it. Give him around 7 and give this offense now 3rd down. That one gains 7. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
McCarthy operating from the pistol. Connects on the crosser. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route throwing that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, And they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
McCarthy throwing on third down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be the last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is. They're going to pull that play up, and most importantly, they're going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
Got a lock behind. They connect on the deep shot. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes...
And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Throwing the out route, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Which is a gain of 3 there. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance. That defense is going to have to key on the run.
And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Going on 3rd, McCarthy. He's able to hit Felton. This is caught. That's the first down, and he's still going. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings find the end zone for 6. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slant, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB, and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there when you execute it right and you execute it on time. The big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Quick throw out line by Love. He's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Okay,
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Love from the gun. Short pass brought in. Now he's past the 25. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take a 5-point first quarter lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines. Because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker. Because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
Havrasik all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. The Packers on top early. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll start this drive out, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's McCarthy. He'll work this one up to the 28. That was Micah Parsons making that play.
The positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Rashawn Gary with that tackle.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it a couple of yards, and it's 4th down and 5. The Vikings getting their punt team out. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Takes it in at the 21. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the double.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Love out of the shotgun. Forced that to his right. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Ready?
2nd and 10. Love trying again. He's throwing deep to the left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
10 yards to go.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Ready? Will Green. Ready?
Throwing his Love on 3rd. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
So on fourth down, it's Ryan Wright out to punt it away. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And hey, we see a lot of the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 45-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10. Right up the gut. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done, Nick.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Packers are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. But you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Love now on first and 10. Taking a deep shot here. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send him back to the line for second.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Okay, right.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Sending him on the dive. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Come on, set.
Going to the ground again on first. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Down, ready, set.
Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with third down and 5.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
That's his man. It stops. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. It's the Packers leading from Lambeau. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
Ready.
They give it to him again. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6.
Black 40. Hut.
This is complete to Matthew Golden. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10.
Here we go. 30, ready.
From the red zone now. Catch made. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Set, hut.
Line up the design keeper. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Packers grow their lead just before halftime. Jordan Love, the touchdown. His 3rd total score this game. Point after is up and good from Haverson. And the Packers bump the lead up to 13 points. Haversick all set for the kickoff. Devin Duvernay to return it. And I'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go now. Rock roll 80.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Vikings out of the hurry-up. Need everyone back to the line.
A 4-yard pickup.
Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Let's go.
McCarthy throwing here. He's got a man left. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the stride moving.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
They'll run now on 2nd down. He gets forward, that's about 4 yards. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. operating from the gun. It's McCarthy. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a one-score game before halftime. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used a pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. He fields it from the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
Here we go. Here we go. Set.
Looking to throw. Kraft has it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
19 yards.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
6. Ready. Ready. 33. Yellow. White. White. Set. Hut.
Throwing here just before halftime. He's going to let this fly towards the end zone. And he will have them a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers will extend their lead as time expires in the half. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. Jerks away from 1. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the ready.
Packers getting set here. First and 10.
Drill. Steel. Black. Red. 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 Cycle. Hut.
Shotgun now for Love. Ooh, puts some air under this one, right side. And that one falls incomplete. So it would have been a great catch. Still was a great effort. That brings up second down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They can revisit that play in the future.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Finds him over the middle. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard. Trying to get in on the keeper. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And now some great field position. New set of downs for him from the 31. McCarthy operating from the pistol. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Incomplete. He was defended by Brandon McCoy.
Here's the long back on the handoff. Hop behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
On third and long, it's McCarthy. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Packers get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he's got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here we go, set. Black 40. Set, huh?
On first and 10, here's Love. Oh, he put everything he had and brought in inside the 20. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers parlay the interception into points.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with a receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Havrosik for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Packers push the lead to 20.
34. Vikings 14.
Havrosik all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's second down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. This is a heater going deep. And they pick him off again! Take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return for the defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. These guys better change up what they're doing on the ground here, Brock, because this defense has seen right through it these last couple of plays.
Yeah, we bang the drum all the time for staying on schedule. This is the epitome of being off schedule.
Love now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Havrasik all set for the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Cougar 19. Steady.
Give now to the running back. And there's a sign of life in the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
His short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Now a give running right. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. That's a pickup of 9. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's going to be the Vikings who have the football, Brock, but given that score, they're going to need points every time out from here on. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Rolling back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
And he gets the handoff. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's out of bounds, looks like right at the midfield stripe.
4-yard gain.
Get to that money down, that third down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Desperation time here on fourth. Has him on the quick hitter. And the defense escapes. And a nice drive going, but the defense gets off the field by forcing that turnover on downs.
You go for it on fourth down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost him the possession.
And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Here we go.
A give now from the gun. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Ready, set, go.
Handoff now out of the gun. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that run stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the
Where
play.
one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Ready,
On third down, Vikings sending out 6 DBs for the dime set.
set, hut.
Turning to Jacobs on third. And they drop him just a couple yards beyond the line. It's 4th down now.
Jacobs, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
Now Lucas Haversick to try this field goal.
It's
From the left hash, 54 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Fielded just shy of the end zone. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Rolling from the gun here. Has a big strike to Addison. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Give him 25 on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you've got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
1st and 10 from the 43. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Vikings 1st down.
Running it now out of the gun. So call it a half dozen on that run block. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. On the move, headed right. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. This one misses the tight end. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Now McCarthy. Downfield to DK. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0.
That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and goal.
From the red zone on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Completed to his running back. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. 3rd and goal. The offense hoping something can finally go right here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down. It took a great defensive...
And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left. So positive notes at the very end in this loss. The Vikings putting up points in a game decided. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always, always emphasize effort on the field. Reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
And that one is through, so take a final point off of what's still a pretty big lead as this game comes to a close. So this is a Packers win. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you, too, Kate, is even for an elite defense, there's still holes and weaknesses to be found and taken advantage of. Yeah. Took a whole bunch of effort, some great masterful game planning, but this offense found ways to score against a pretty salty defensive unit.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.